The battle for the gold medal in the light middleweight division, 156 pounds, American Frank Tate and Canadian Shawn O'Sullivan. Frank Tate out of Detroit, 19 years of age, and Shawn O'Sullivan, age 22, from Toronto, Ontario. Two men, Al Bernstein, who have fought twice in the last 9 months and know each other rather well.
They split those two decisions, and they are about as evenly matched as fighters can be, and this is a highly anticipated bout.
Last year, O'Sullivan, a 3-2 winner to win the North American Championship. Earlier this year, in April, Tate, a unanimous victor over O'Sullivan in the World Championships. Our referee, Constantine Kyriak from Romania, and our 5 judges from Ireland, New Zealand, Korea, Tunisia, and Nigeria.
O'Sullivan will want to put a lot of pressure on Tate. Tate, more of a boxer. O'Sullivan, the kind of fighter who will come forward, keep his hands moving at all times, and the pressure is the key. How well will Frank Tate deal with that pressure?
These two men are the tops in the world in the amateur rankings, regardless of the boycott. Tate, #1 in the world. O'Sullivan, #2 in the amateur rankings coming in, and Tate a little trouble with his singlet.
O'Sullivan has a very fine left hook to both the body and the head, and there you see him use it against Frank Tate.
Tate with that jab of his was quoted as saying, Al, that he thinks he can outthink O'Sullivan, a remark that did not endear himself to Shawn at all.
Well, Tate believes that he has more ring skills in there, and I don't know. He probably is a more refined boxer, but for the style O'Sullivan fights, he does it very well. And Frank needs to hit him as he's coming in, and O'Sullivan does stand very straight up and is fairly easy to hit, but the problem is, how do you discourage him from coming forward?
Which he has been doing effectively so far, midway through this first round, and Tate counters there. Tate had a walkover in his semifinal when the West German opponent, Manfred Zielonka, suffered a broken right hand in his quarterfinal bout.
Frank is doing a fairly good job with that jab. O'Sullivan's coming in and landing some shots, but he's paying for it by walking into that jab. And of course, remember, in amateur competition, it's the number of punches you land that are legal with the white portion of the glove, not necessarily how hard the punches are.
Again, in the eyes of the judges. And why is that important? As Tate with a good combination there. There is a 5-man jury backing up the judges. And O'Sullivan can thank the jury system for getting him through this championship gold medal bout. The judges had O'Sullivan losing his semifinal against Frenchman Christophe Tiazzo, but the jury had him winning 4-1. Any 3-2 judges' decision is reviewed by the jury, and that's why O'Sullivan is here.
And as always in every Olympics, there's a lot of controversy surrounding certain decisions.
Fairly even first round. Frank Tate of the U.S., Shawn O'Sullivan of Canada, the light middleweight gold medal, 156 pounds. Tough one to score this first round.
Very tough. O'Sullivan, you see him going downstairs to the body and the head, but there's the hand speed of Frank Tate. He has very quick hands, and he uses it to bloody the nose of O'Sullivan.
They want at each other. Tate apologizes for a couple of those late blows. Frank Tate out of the Kronk Gym in Detroit. Free swinging round 1 against Shawn O'Sullivan.
1, 2, and hook. And go first with it. And go first with it. Straight, 1, 2, and hook. And keep that jab on it. All right?
In his quarterfinal bout,
You don't want to get an exchange match with him either. You want to be smart in boxing.
Tate was a victor with a knockout.
O'Sullivan showing us that body work that he did so well, but then Tate shows us what he does well, coming back with those quick combinations. See, though, they were exchanging right hands, and Frank Tate, I think, leaving his hands a little low.
And take the fight to him. Combination. All right, big breath. You must go now and get this round back. You're behind a round. You're behind a round. Let's go.
Well, whether that's the psychology of the corner or whether that, in fact, is the case, O'Sullivan's corner mentality and he's behind. Let's see if there's any more aggressiveness from the Canadian.
And you don't have to say much to Shawn O'Sullivan to get him to be aggressive, because he is naturally an aggressive fighter. Now there's Shawn, jabs to the body, and I think that he wants to use that to try and get the hands of Frank Tate down even further.
Stinging left by Frank Tate.
The one real bad deficiency of Shawn O'Sullivan, that he stands straight up and tends to take those shots, and Frank Tate doing a really good job with that jab.
Just piling up the points now early in round 2. The gold medal light middleweight affair, and O'Sullivan comes alive and scores there. And a standing 8 count that Tate takes great exception to from Konstantin Kiriak, our Romanian referee. He did not feel, Frank Tate, that he was in trouble, and O'Sullivan comes right back at him.
Sullivan landed some big shots. There's the left hook and yet another one, and that left hook wobbled Frank Tate.
O'Sullivan, told to be more aggressive, following his instructions, has Tate in a little bit of trouble here in the second round.
And now he's starting to nail the right hand over a lazy jab of Frank Tate. Look how Tate is not getting that left hand back.
2 strong rights by Shawn O'Sullivan, and Tate is fighting defensively right now. Halfway through the second round for the gold medal in the light middleweight division.
O'Sullivan putting on all kinds of pressure and landing shots, but he's following Tate around the ring. He's not cutting him off and getting him against the ropes. Another standing 8 count.
And Tate is shaking some of the cobwebs out. He had really objected to the first one, not so strenuously to this one, and O'Sullivan right back at him.
Good uppercut. What a chin Frank Tate has. He just took a tremendous right hand from O'Sullivan.
Well, O'Sullivan has stopped 2 opponents so far in this tournament. His first opening round opponent, a Libyan that he took out in the second round. And he also knocked out a Korean, or the referee stopped the fight in the second level of competition. So O'Sullivan has knockout power.
And you can see from that action a moment ago how O'Sullivan is following Tate around the ring, not cutting it off and getting him pinned against the ropes. Still in all, Shawn O'Sullivan having himself a tremendous second round.
He should be ahead on the cards in this round. We don't know that for a fact. Tate won the last meeting of these 2. O'Sullivan afterwards said, strong right gets through, that he had been suffering from the flu. Not that it was an excuse. And the right by Tate. And O'Sullivan was pushed back and turned.
Boy, they are just exchanging big right hands.
Tate hit on the break there marginally, but was not warned for it as O'Sullivan had dropped his guard. Back and forth in round 2. Great round for O'Sullivan. The gold medal at stake will return.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
O'Sullivan's corner. And Frank Tate wants right at him. The gold medal, round 3, along with Al Bernstein, I'm Bob Lee. ESPN's coverage of the Los Angeles Olympic Games. We have had a Pier 6 brawl, Al.
It has been really all that it was built. 2 evenly matched fighters, both fighting in their styles pretty well. The round 1, Tate boxed pretty well. Round 2, Shawn O'Sullivan was able to get in and land some big shots.
The top 2 amateur light middleweights in the world fighting for the 3rd time. The rubber match. O'Sullivan appeared to own round 2. Tate appeared to own round 1 marginally. But the 5 judges from Ireland, New Zealand, Korea, Tunisia, and Nigeria hold the key to this one, and maybe even the jury.
You see O'Sullivan just following Tate around the ring. He's not cutting that ring off, not cornering him, and it's really hurting him in this round, as it did toward the end of round 2 after he had Tate in trouble.
Well, Tate able to weather the storm, having taken a pair of standing 8 counts in the second round. And O'Sullivan doing a lot of moving, but no sticking in this 3rd round. You've got to land blows with the white portion of the glove to score. 90 seconds for the gold medal.
Good job by Tate getting off those ropes. O'Sullivan had him there, but Shawn isn't punching as effectively as he was in that second round, not moving his hands as quickly. And the lateral movement of Tate giving him lots of problems right now.
This will be a very, very tight decision should it go the distance. The right by Tate.
O'Sullivan is starting to get right hand happy. And there he lands that one, but he takes two good counter shots by Tate.
19-year-old Frank Tate from Detroit for the gold medal in a battle royal with Canadian Shawn O'Sullivan from Toronto.
And the difference in his third round is the movement of Tate. He is moving away from those shots by O'Sullivan after landing his own counters.
Tate with the advantage in reach. He is using it to keep O'Sullivan at bay. A little showboating by Tate with the feet. All those jabs score points. They're very important. Strong right by Tate. He may have won this third round.
He has countered extremely well and has kept Shawn O'Sullivan off balance here in his third.
What a battle for the gold medal that will go to the judges, whose job is not an enviable one. O'Sullivan congratulating Pat Nappy on Tate's effort. Tate got here by a walkover. O'Sullivan, the other end of the spectrum, had a decision reversed by the jury. Thought he had lost to Tate of France. Tate, who had a little viral infection early in these games, but has regained most of his strength. And O'Sullivan, of whom promoter Don King has said, well, O'Sullivan's a license to print money as a pro.
Both these fighters could have very good professional careers staring them in the face.
Their third meeting.
Right now, they're more concerned, however, about this gold medal.
This will be a tight one.
The winner on points, 5-0 in the red corner.
Unanimously, Frank Tate. So Tate with the gold medal. O'Sullivan now looks a little stunned, maybe that he's going to get the silver, but it was a unanimous loss for him.
Now, the fact that he didn't win on any of the judges' scorecards, I think probably rankles him at this point.
Judges again from Ireland, New Zealand, Korea, Tunisia, and Nigeria, the medals in the light middleweight division. So Frank Tate with the gold, Shawn O'Sullivan the silver. You get the feeling as professionals they may be meeting.